What is up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory video, and this is going to be the start of, I guess, a little mini series. We are actually having a guild tournament. We split up into teams. Whistle will be able to tell me how many teams we actually have, but it's going to be going on for the next week. Constant matches. You're going to get to see as much as I can bring of it to you. Obviously, it's just going to be about one a day, but we'll try to keep you updated on what is happening. Whistle, thanks for doing this again with me, man. Fill us in. What's been going on? Where are we at in this little match right here?
Man, we're set up and we have 10 teams in this tournament. We had a match earlier tonight, and this is our second round or second match of the night. We have Braden, Brand the Builder, and Wyme battling against Mohan, RS Saran, and Weapon Z. And this is featured the second match of the game. And the RS pulled out the first game, the first match, actually backdoored them for the win there. So if Braden's team loses, they're out because it's a single elimination tournament.
Right, doing it just like, in case you guys haven't seen it, like the VGL type stuff is, if it's a best out of three. It's bands, it's picks. So you're never going to see mirror comps or anything like that unless you get to a third match. Then it's available. But a lot going on, and he said the first match was epic. So hopefully this was going to be a good one as well. I'm just focused on the lane because not much going on in the jungle at this point. But Braden playing some Skye. He's really confident with his Skye lately. I've played with him against it. He does play a good Skye going against RS Saran in the lane against that Skaarf. Who's got the advantage here early?
Uh, I think the advantage early definitely goes to Skye Joule combo, and then of course Arden's pretty beastly. And these games have been epic. We've had four games so far, and they've all been 30 minutes plus. So
Wow.
hopefully we're in for a pretty good recording here for you. But uh, I don't know the comps that we saw last match with a CP Jewel lane and the rest was kind of explanatory. They had Weapon Z playing Skye, Mohan as Catherine, Brand was playing a Glaive, and Wyme with Arden. So kind of interesting comps. RS is not a typical Ringo player. Went Ringo last game and really took control of it.
Nice gank right there by the blue team. Weapon Z going up, getting the punt into the bush, and then just finishing it off pretty easily, actually. So nice gank. And, props to you for setting up. I know that you set up the teams, and if we're having that close of matches, obviously we did our best to try to get the teams even. It wasn't something about we didn't pick our own teams and just get a powerhouse team that's going to walk over everybody. We wanted to make it fun and make it a competitive tournament. So the teams were set sort of based on us all just playing together and knowing our strengths and weaknesses and doing the best we can to make it fair.
Yeah, man, I had a pretty difficult time trying to match people up, and looks like they're backing. Well, hold on, say we're back up here for another gank on RS.
Yeah, they're
It
going to
looks like
return
they're
the
gonna get it.
Yeah, they're going to return the favor there to RS, just swapping ganks in the lane, and now Brain's going to be able to get back and just start doing some stress-free farming for a moment.
Yeah, we had about 34 people sign up, and when it was all said and done, I had a couple people drop out, so we had to change teams up a little bit. Um, I thought the weakest team in the match was the one we played against with Spooky Bob and Ravenous and Terminator, and they took us to 3 games. So
Wow, nice.
it seems to be pretty fair, and hopefully it stays that way. But every match that has been played so far has been, like I said, over 30 minutes. So
I can tell
it's
you right
been.
now, I'm impressed with Weapon Z on Glaive. I don't know that I've played with him on Glaive, but a couple of nice punts have set up a couple of nice kills for him already there. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of lag here, but we're getting caught up. But both of those kills on Skye were set up by his punts.
Yeah, he plays Glaive quite a bit. Yeah, he played Skye last game, and it it was a little bit sketchy there. I didn't think he had his first kill in like 21 minutes. So,
Wow.
um, yeah, his Glaive plays it's pretty solid Glaive play. So as you can see, he's landed those punts a couple times, and Brian's missed those jumps. But it looks like he's going to get the gank and return the favor once again up there in the lane.
Yeah, these guys are really just back and forth on these ganks. We're going up in the lane, actually having no trouble getting it. I guess both laners maybe being a little bit over aggressive, getting too far out there away from their turret, and they just come in with that stun, or with Glaive's case, that punt, and just easily get those ganks.
And it's much different than we saw last game. It was a very passive game. There wasn't much action for about 8 minutes, and then it began. But that's what you have when you have, a dual lane. It's not your typical, especially when you have to go CP. It's not your typical fast action type of game, and this one's a
Right.
lot more abrasive and aggressive. And Braden being Skye, he might be able to dominate this lane with RS's scarf.
Yeah, and let's talk about the gold lead here because it's honestly they're about 1,000 ahead, and that's a pretty big lead at 4 minutes. And what has caused that? Because I mean, it's got to just be the farm because the deaths are even. I mean, no objectives have been taken, and that's pretty strange to have that kind of lead at this point.
Well, be like Braden's almost doubled RS's DS, so
Yeah,
I mean I think that's the difference there.
yeah,
Uh, it, and that's the thing I was going to talk about too with the new update and the new patch coming in. The gold deficit is what determines the gold you get from a kill now. And there's a formula they use instead of somebody just being on a kill streak.
hmm,
And that's what we saw last match. They were at one point 8,000 gold behind, and they ended up finishing about 1,000 gold ahead and about 7 kills down when they won.
wow,
So
wow,
if you or if you're behind in a match and you make a play, you get an ace, just caught up because the gold payout is huge.
right. So what they've tried to do is balance it to where it's a little bit harder to snowball to where it's just unrecoverable. That you just cannot. It doesn't matter if you win a fight, they buy up and you're beat again the next team fight.
Exactly. And we talked about that too in our game. You know, is it if we're behind at kills and we have the gold mine, we're still ahead, in the gold lead.
Hmm.
So getting a kill is not really going to benefit us so much. But if we're on the opposite and if we have more kills and they have the gold mine and we get kills, we're going to get that much more gold. So you can really push over that strategy, and actually kind of say, you know what, maybe not take the gold mine here because we can set up we're better than them, so we can set up an ace and
Right.
turn out more gold.
Get more gold that way. Exactly. Yeah.
And
That's
that's the beauty
interesting.
of Vainglory because there's so many different point of views and angles you can take to it.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's always they're going for the gold mine around here. I think they're probably going to easily get that all three of them on there before the blue team even knows they're going for it. So right there, they're going to get that gold payout, 230 each, and stretch that lead out just a little bit further.
Yeah, they burned it down about 6 seconds, and I don't even think realized the blue team even realized it was going on.
Yeah. Right there, looks like Arden just got his fountain. So first fountain of the game. Looking at their builds, that's actually the first. No, Skye's got his frostburn. I was gonna say the first inline before. Skye's got the frostburn. Blue team does not have an inline yet. Unless I'm missing one here.
No, they haven't had it, but they're exactly 2,000 gold behind right now, so
Right.
playing a little catch up.
Well,
But
and not.
RS is sitting on 1,800 gold, so it may just be because he hasn't purchased yet.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And not a lot of action early. I mean, a few games, but aside from that, no real team fight skirmishes in the first 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was real passive last game. The matches that we played again, it was a little passive too. I think everybody's a little nervous,
Hmm.
wanting to win this or at least, put up a good showing and not really screw up because that's kind of how I based my teams. I wanted somebody on there that was either a hard carry and could teach, somebody in the guild that wasn't quite as skilled as the game,
Right.
or have a pretty low carry with a mid to high level B player. So it's been well received. I know Mohan said he's learned a lot, and I've seen Walker with Green Tangent playing quite a bit. So, uh, wow, they got the gank on RS right there after they got the turret.
We lagged out a bit, but it was a nice play. The red team invaded the jungle, and the blue team just said, "Okay, fine, take our jungle. We'll go get your turret taken care of." And it pays off there. They did get a kill, but I think it was well worth it getting that getting that turret taken care of.
Yeah, but it shortened up the gold lead a little bit, but they're still down about 1,500, so
Hmm.
or about 1,200. So, and it turned around. I don't know if it's now the red team's gonna get a turret out of it too. So, might have backfired on them there because they got
Yeah,
lost so many lives.
yeah. They should have went back and defended their turret immediately, but they said they went back into their jungle, and I think that's what cost them. Skye stayed up, pushed that lane forward, and got that turret pretty quickly. Skye already putting out quite a bit of damage, and not far off at this point from probably a broken myth. Another I don't know, another 600, 700 gold. I would say he's got a broken myth in his hand.
Yeah, he's not far at all. And as they're defending against him, they all have low tier 1 shields at the moment. So gonna be quite difficult to deal with Braden in this guy.
I think they're trying to catch Braden messing up right here. Just waiting in that bush for him, that right there by the lane, but finally giving up on it and heading down, trying to catch us 2-on-3 right here. I think they're going to get it.
Well, Weapon Z went down so fast to that Jewel.
You know, Brand's down. Skye does come down and start helping out here, so we'll see what happens. Putting out a lot of damage on Skaarf. Catherine needs to stun him out of that forward barrage when she can, but yeah, Weapon Z is essentially out of the fight with just a sliver of
Oh
health left.
wow.
Oh wow, nice play by Braden there. Gets Scarf taken out, but just a sliver of life himself. So trying to get away from Mohan, trying to get away from that Skye, and oh, very very nice. Got a little bit of power built up. Ooh, nice ultimate. Gets him
Dropped
taken
the
out.
ultimate to send him down.
Nice, nice. Glaive picking up his Sorrow Blade. So right there, the first damaging uh, inline ability for the blue team. So that could make a factor in this in some of these team fights as well.
Right, Braden was trying to get him to pull back the gold mine, but RS was very smart about it, and he pulled away. Ended up costing him that forward barrage on that target lock is just deadly.
Yeah, yeah, it is for sure. And that B ability, I don't even remember the name of it now, but it's so when it lands, it's not as easy to land because it's sort of they can sort of get in front of or behind those missiles that come out, but when it lands, it is nasty. Right
Yeah,
there,
this
Braden picking up that broken myth already too, so he is going to just get it's going to go from bad to worse.
yeah, that's the B ability on him on Sky's the Surrey strike,
Yeah,
and that C is that death from
death
above,
from
and
above. Yeah,
either one of them is just it's just a headache.
yeah, you don't want to
Although
get in it.
they oh another pump by Weapon Z for a good kill on Brand.
Yep, got the 2-on-3 advantage. They need to try to press this and get Braden taken care of. He's dancing around in there though, uh, getting a little bit of lag, but right there
Oh
gets
wow.
the Scarf gets the kill. 2-on-1 now at this point. Probably going to get the ace, the 1-for-3 trade. Excuse me, if they get Ardan taken care of. He is trying to get back to his turret. I don't know if he's going to make it or not.
Gotta say, Wyoming was almost the story of last game, even though they lost. I think his final stats were like 6-0 and 9 as a
What's
Arden last game. So
what's the play right here? They're both low on power. Would you try to press the turret? Would you try to get the gold mine? Red team already back up, so really not getting a lot for that victory that they just had.
yeah, they kind of got lucky because that gold mine paid out, and that push just it kind of petered out. So I mean, I think the play is to farm up and and kind of create hold that momentum they have. Push too hard. This is exactly what happens. Mohan gets caught by himself.
Hmm.
Somebody's down the shop. The RS is at the shop. He has to call home, and Glaive's left by himself farming. So now everything's split up and broken. You had the momentum there, so I would have stayed together, try to take some of that jungle farm, push back to your jungle, play a little safe there, keep that advantage, keep them from having that gold.
Yeah, 'cause it's going to cost them a turret right here. This turret is going to melt. They're already on it. You can see just about a tenth of his health left. It's going down. So definitely cost them that death there.
Brand looking to stun jump on Glaive, and Glaive wasn't even in the picture, but got a lot of damage on him, cost him a lot.
Wow,
But
look at this though. Nice fight right there for the blue team. Really got them down low. They're trying to retreat. Not sure if they're going to get away. That ultimate from Scarf coming in, putting a lot of damage on Wyoming. He's going to go down. If they get just a few more hits on him. Oh, nice stun there. Oh, Brand going down. Just the
Brand
two of
just
them now.
melted.
Wow. Oh, that got the gold mine on him. Got it candied up. It is really putting a lot of damage on Scarf. He has to fall back. A nice play there, candying up that gold mine and getting it involved.
And he got hung just right. Braden landed that death from above, that ultimate right there on him, and that gold mine was just pounding on him. There's nothing he could do. I thought he might have been able to push it there, but when that ultimate landed on him, he was slow, and that gold mine just ate about half of his life.
Yeah, it did. And Braden getting a little bit aggressive right there with Skye, using that series strike in there. And if had all three of them still been in that bush, I think it would have cost Braden his life. But luckily, Weapon Z was down at the store. Scarf had fallen back a little bit, and it was just Catherine in that bush. But kind of a risky move
Yeah, life would be like Braden. A lot of lucky plays.
there. All right, both teams back to their jungles, just farming up here. Red team still has the advantage quite a bit, just over 2K. They're not like out of it as far as gold, but the whole time, red team has had that 1 to 2K advantage and had those just a few more inline abilities, which has sort of helped them in team fights. Blue team got the better of them that last team fight, but I think it was because the red team had pushed forward, got that turret, and was not really at full strength.
Right, and this is what I was talking about. That even though the blue team's up 7-6, uh, the red team has a 3,000 gold advantage. So when that if the blue team does come in here and has an ace or a 2 kill lead, it's really going to catch up on that gold.
Here comes the gauntlet. Did get the stun on Scarf. All of them focusing Scarf right here. I'm catching some lag. Hopefully, my new name at this lag will be gone for these type of fights. But right there, Scarf is getting away. Oh, wow. Look at that. Joule going down. Braden is low health. This is a shocking turn right there. The blue team winning that fight when the red team engaged with the gauntlet. Man, really
Yeah,
getting the best of them.
Weapon Z made a heck of a play right there on that afterburn and pushed Braden out of the way, basically separating them and able to take Bran out fairly quickly. And looks like Braden might go down here,
Wow,
even with
Braden
the gold
down.
mine.
Yeah, the gold
And
mine.
Wyme very low with a glaive chasing him.
Can
And
he get that afterburn's down? So he can't really get to him yet to punt him back. I think he's going to get away just barely. But the map is theirs to take now. They got two of their heroes up, can pick what they want. I guess they're going to go for the gold mine here. Try to get it back right before it pays off. Oh, too
and
late.
just a hair, just a second too late with that Kraken spawning.
Yeah,
And even though they got the 2 kills, they caught up, they were within about 1,200, that gold mine paid out, and they're back down to about 3,000 now.
yeah, yeah. It seems like they're winning some of these fights, but it's like they're getting nothing for it. I don't know if they got any of their jungle. They didn't get the gold mine. They didn't get anything. Not a turret. It's just I don't know. I think that could come back to bite them if they don't start getting some payoffs for these good fights they're having.
Yeah, it's all about that. You make a play and then you got to make a push. And if you can't make that push, then the play didn't mean anything. So
Right.
as you see when the pros are playing each other, somebody makes a play and then all of a sudden a turret goes down or a jungle
Mm-hmm.
goes down or a gold mine goes down. So you really have to capitalize on the plays that you do make because just making the plays isn't enough.
Right. Are they
Looks like
actually going to go for this Kraken? Or are they just taunting them in?
I didn't know if they were going to, but Braden shot it, so they turned around and started fighting it.
Wow. Are
And
they
it
going to
looks
get
like
this?
they
They're
might
coming
sneak in here
down.
for a steal.
It's going to be close. Can they get? Who's going to get this Kraken? It's going to be huge. Blue
Oh,
team
blue team
steals it.
steals it.
Wow.
Wow.
That could be game changing right there. Weapons in a lot of trouble. They're probably going to get this kill here, but luckily Catherine gets out of there and is going to be able to fall back and not get the ace. So now they're going to have to focus this Kraken. Wow, what a steal!
Yeah, it was a steal, but I think it might actually bite them because they lost two lives there, and now they're going to get fed another 1,500 gold as a team, and probably not even lose a turret because that Kraken is about a quarter life down and hadn't even made it to that turret yet.
Yeah, they're not going to lose anything, but I guess it does beat. In that position, I guess it does beat having the Kraken coming your way. They would have easily lost at least one turret there and been into their base. So I think I would take that given the alternative. But I know what you're saying; it didn't actually pay off for them that well.
Yeah, it seems like this match is going that way. Every time blue team does make a play, it just nothing happens from it, and it goes that way sometimes. But with that
Yeah.
Kraken dump, now they're a little under 5,000 gold down. They didn't get a turret out of it, and I think it just delayed the inevitable.
Yeah, Joule just picked up a monocle. Uh, since we talked last about it, Skye has picked up his Eve. So, builds are almost near completion on the red team at this point. A
Oh
lot of
wow!
damage going to be coming their way.
Right, and it looks like they're focusing Mohan and Z are focusing on Be Like Braden while Brand and Wyme are trying to pull Saran out. And at the advantage, Braden has the advantage there because Braden playing that Skye can very easily 2v1 at somebody
Hmm.
versus Scarf a little squishy, not able to do so. And as you can see, it turned bad for him, even though Brand almost lost his life. Oh, and he did buy an afterburn from Weapon Z there, but I don't know if that focus was good there because although the team split, Braden came out the advantage because he had Guy
Yep.
versus
Yeah, and I think that excuse me, I think that Mohan's got to sort of time that stun a little bit better. Wait till Braden starts that forward barrage. I know when I go against a Catherine, I'm playing Skye. When they just hold that stun, they hold it, they hold it. As soon as you start that forward barrage, they stun you out of it. It's really a frustrating thing to encounter. So I think that's what's been lacking is letting Braden sort of dance around and put that forward barrage. You see right there, still not stunning it. Chose to stun Ardan there, why me instead of Braden, which was just a mistake.
yeah, and they pushed a turret. I mean, trying to tank it, and now he's about half health. I don't know if that was the smartest play either, even though he dropped the gauntlet. And it looks like he's going to get Braden away. That they're running for their lives right now. And
Hmm.
although Joel is full life, looks like she's headed down to the shop or she's doing a little farming while her team's getting in a 2v3.
Yeah, she's Brand the Builder doing a little farming there. So
It's
he's,
just decided, I need some gold. Y'all are on your own.
yeah. Okay, Mohan is going to press this thing. All three on of them right there, though. Is he in trouble, or is they going to
Wow.
because they're low health? Oh wow, this is going to go the blue team's way. Oh, some fountains being dropped here. Who knows? This is everybody scattering. I'm not sure anyone's going to go down from this.
I'm not either. Mohan's getting just wrecked by Braden. And wow, look at
Wow, look at that weapon Z just
what a
took
turn.
over right there. Took
What a
over.
turn of
Nice ultimate from
events.
Braden though. Look at that. He's taking out Scarf. He could get the rest of the kills right here. Weapon
Oh,
Z's
yeah. Looks
almost
like he's
dead.
gonna 3v1 and get a triple
Oh
kill if
my
he can
goodness.
catch him.
He's gonna
That's
get
the power
away.
of Skye. Skye
Yes.
has so much mobility, and her kit just it's so hard to deal with. It's so difficult.
Yep, yep. When someone's playing Skyrite, that's what she can do, and that is going to cost them a turret. Braden not going to be able to press forward here because it's just him. He's about half health with no power, but very impressive turn right there. I thought the blue team weapons he sort of took over and got a kill and turned it their way, but then it was just all Braden just taking out all those low health players just one after the other. That ultimate really landed, and that turned everything.
Right? He's probably a little salty. I mean, last match they had it won. They really did. They pushed them, and they had 2 turrets left, and it looks like they were gonna win, and then blue team made a little bit of a comeback there with RS, and while they were busy getting the Krakens, ended up getting backdoored and lost to Vayne. So I bet
Wow.
Brain's a little salty here. He's looking to lose revenge, which is gonna make for one epic third game because you could very well see RS's Vox and Braden Skye in the lane.
Wow, nice. Yeah, it's going to be no restrictions, no draft. Just play what you want to play. It's going to be crazy. Wyoming drops the gauntlet right there. Gets sort of the advantage at the start of this attack. Who's going down? Well, Brand the Builder just gets melted. Weapon Z going down now. 2 for 1 right there for the red team. So really the advantage now at this point, and they're going to come over and grab this Kraken. Probably going to be the ball game here if Catherine can't pull something off.
And you see Braden just pacing back and forth, waiting. He's ready. He's ready to take it down and finish this game out.
Yeah, and they're playing with their red team's playing with their back against the wall right here. If they lose this, they're out. So you definitely don't want to see that. So they're trying their best not to make mistakes. Mohan trying to wait for that last hit, but just waited too long. Didn't probably realize how much damage was going the way of the Kraken there. It just melted.
No, it'd have been pretty something to see if they would have snaked it out for a second time.
Yeah, yeah. Kraken moving
They
forward here. Weapon Z just bought a tornado trigger, and they're going to be up by the time this Kraken gets in and the time the fight happens. So it's going to be a 3-on-3. Be interesting to see what they can do.
Yeah, this is probably going to be the final fight. If red team comes out with either 1 or 2 kills, they'll probably push for game. But if blue team can change it, they'll still have to deal with the Kraken, but they'll still be in the game.
Yep, here they go. Braden not scared at all, going
Oh
right
wow!
in.
And Z coming there just saved him with that afterburden punt Brady right out.
Yeah, very nice.
Mohan
Oh,
just
Mohan
melting
going
down.
down very
Oh
quickly.
wow!
So now the advantage to the red team with the Kraken in front of them. Braden's going to be able to dance around. Going to be very hard to get any damage on. So right here, the one turret goes down. The last one is going to be shortly behind. That is going to be the match. Red team going to pull it out after the first match loss.
They got a little bit to clean up here, but there's just too much life left. The only one that's low is Wyme, and that's Ardan, so it's going to be
Yep.
kind of difficult. And he drops a gauntlet to secure it right there, and it looks like we're going to go to a third game.
Very nice. Nice match. Nice comeback there. So very cool. Caught a little bit of lag on my side, but not as bad as normal. So hopefully, again, once I get this on the internet, we'll have no more lag. But let's look at the builds of this match and let's talk a little bit about it here. Obviously, Catherine, normal stuff there, going with some Fountain, a Crucible, and a Clockwork to just get that stun up as much as possible. So nothing really to speak on there. Scarf going with the Eve, the Broken Myth, and the Frostburn. What do you think about that?
Well, I just tapped out of it on accident, but I tell
That's
you what
okay.
I saw. I don't know if you still have it up.
Yeah, still got it up.
Braden had 200 CS and 12,000 gold.
Yeah, yep,
Made all the difference.
yep. It does, and he's so far 128 on the blue team. Yeah, the blue team was the closest one, and that was Scarf. And again, he went with the Eve, the Broken Myth, the Frostburn. Pretty standard. I'm not sure if Frostburn is standard for Scarf though, but maybe just trying to slow Braden down a little bit with that.
It might have been one of those buys where it's like, this is what I got, and
Yeah,
I need something. So there's no telling what he had in mind with it, but it,
could
it
be.
didn't. Whatever he chose, it didn't work out. He couldn't handle that Sky. Sky melted him, separated, and every time Braden could get to him, he took him down. So
Yeah, Weapon Z doing a nice job. He got the Sorrow Blade and the Tornado Trigger and the Serpent's Mask. That's about as far as he get. Everybody was trying to build that Aegis to defend against Skye, but it just wasn't quite enough. She had that broken myth, and then they got the Eve. It just went from bad to worse. Brand the Builder had a really complete build for the most part. Had the Sorrow Blade, the monocle, and the Tornado Trigger. Did a nice job. Didn't get all the kills, but did have 8 assists, so took part in quite a few of them.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he was a non-factor out there, but Weapon Z's play really kind of eliminated Brand,
Hmm.
e- even though that was kind of the same, I guess CS and gold take, and I got to say, Weapon Z kept him in it. He kept him
Yeah.
in it most of that game, and he had some great glaive play, but again, just fell a little short there.
Yep, that was it. And then Wyoming, pretty much standard stuff there. All defense on Arden, and did some nice plays as well. Some nice gauntlets there to get the win for the red team. So we will be back with some more of this, guys, all week at this stuff. Probably is what you're going to see is these different matches. Hopefully, Whistle and I will be able to do some for you. Maybe if he's not available, I might have to do one by myself. But man, thanks for doing it, and see you next time.
All right. Hey, appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. Until then, Jake and Whistle doing our best to help you guys suck less.